Hey y'all, trigger warning, this video will mention sexual harassment. So if that is a topic that is triggering to you, makes you feel uncomfortable in any type of way, please click off and watch one of my other videos, and I so appreciate you being here. But how many of us have experienced sexual harassment in the workplace? I know that I have, and over the past few days, seeing the unfortunate incident that happened where a woman was hit in the face with a brick that has been floating around social media, and seeing the response of a lot of men, right? A lot of Black men, a lot of women who uphold patriarchy gladly. It's been disheartening. It's caused me to reflect on my own experiences in the workplace, experiencing sexual harassment. Unfortunately, all the times that I have been sexually harassed, it has been Black men who have sexually harassed me. And I know this is the case for a lot of us. As Black women, we are dealing with anti-Blackness and we were dealing with misogyny at the same time. And add on all the other things that we're dealing with too. Poverty, ableism, right? Homophobia, all of these things compound. So we're dealing with multiple things at the same time. But for my story, I was sexually harassed starting in college, actually, by someone who I considered a mentor at the time. And I won't get too much into detail because, again, that's still triggering to me, sharing this. But I do want to put this message out there to let you know you're not alone if you are experiencing this. But, you know, the inappropriate touching, when something makes you feel uncomfortable. And that's one of the things we're taught to deny what we feel a lot. And that is why I'm so adamant on reconnecting to how do things feel to you? How is your body responding to them? How is your nervous system feeling around people? If you are disturbed in any way, if you are uneasy, that is a red flag. You don't need to be around that person. That person doesn't feel safe to you. But yeah, the inappropriate touching, the telling secrets and stuff about personal relationships to me. Meanwhile, I am in my early 20s, in college, and trusting this person, and then ended up realizing that, wow, this was a narcissistic relationship. And that is why I can talk I talk a lot about narcissistic relationships on this channel, and I hope to share more, is because I've experienced them a lot. I've experienced people taking my kindness as an invitation to treat me horribly, to take advantage of me, to manipulate me, to participate in triangulation, trying to pit me against someone else. Often another Black woman. Absolutely not. I think that is egregious. And like I said, the more that I've kind of heard these stories over the past few days, it's really waking me up to the fact that who's really on our side, that is the question I think a lot of us have. Are y'all really on our side? Are you? Because it doesn't feel like it sometimes. A lot of times it doesn't feel like it. So yeah, in the other instance I'll share of being sexually harassed was at a conference, at a work conference I went to. And my coworker decided to kind of get, corner me, I guess. But it wasn't really cornering because we were walking by each other, but he still kind of blocked me a little bit, and made an inappropriate comment. Meanwhile, this is one of my first trips, solo trips, domestically. So I'm already kind of nervous and anxious, just being a woman traveler, solo woman traveler, your guard is up often. So it was. And then that happened. And then I was leaving the conference one day and he tried to get in the elevator with me. Thankfully, the elevator closed in time. And I'm still thankful for that. But the fact that he felt it was okay to do that, I didn't see him. I got to mention this. The people that he hung around with at the conference, at work, were white women often. And so he didn't feel that it was safe and okay to do this to white women. He knew that boundary very well. But as a Black woman, sometimes, it feels like people can kind of exercise what they really want to do with us because they realize the lack of protection that exists for us often. And that's really, really disturbing. It's really disturbing. And I think it's powerful to share our stories on this because, again, I know I'm not the only one. I have read comments just about Black women's experiences in the workplace over the past year plus. And sexual harassment is not rare. Sexual harassment is common, unfortunately, especially for Black women. We are targeted. And we're not just targeted with bullying, gaslighting, undermining, racial trauma in the workplace. We're also targeted with sexual harassment. So we're trying to fight off all of these things at the same time. How we manage to keep going and keep creating communities that are safe while we're experiencing all these things is beyond me. There is no explanation. How brilliant we are, how human we are, I don't know. But the treatment that we experience in the workplace is not right. It's not right. And the more stories I hear, the more infuriated I become because I'm realizing how prevalent this issue is. It's global. And we are often, we're targeted. We're being targeted. So yeah, I wanted to I'll wrap this up, but just wanted to say and wanted to make this video to let you know, if you are experiencing sexual harassment, and one of the things that I did not know for myself is that you can build a case for this. The more I'm learning, as you collect evidence, I think Jackie Abrams said it last night on Dr. Kamani's channel, which I'll link that video in the description. Emails are evidence. So if someone is harassing you via email, and one of the things that makes this difficult sometimes, right, is that it's often in person and it's more difficult to prove. But if you can even keep a journal of every day, right? I think that's what she recommended. As soon as you start a new job, keep a journal every day, even if it's just like a sentence. Keep a log because you want that record to exist if you do have to negotiate a severance agreement, if you do have to file a lawsuit. These are things that we should be prepared for, stepping into these hostile workplaces where we experience sexual harassment, mistreatment, abuse, spiritual, mental, sometimes physical. I have heard stories of Black women experiencing physical abuse in the workplace. It's so troubling. It's so deeply troubling. And we deserve so much better. It goes without saying, right? Yes, we do not deserve to be treated like this. We are putting our hearts and our souls into what we do. And for us to be treated like this in the workplace, experiencing harassment from every angle that you can imagine, while still excelling at our jobs often, what is this? That's not right. That's not okay. And if you're experiencing this, know that I'm here. I'm here with you. You deserve so much better. And if you are experiencing sexual harassment, you're not alone. A lot of us have experienced this. Because again, we're not just experiencing racial trauma, from pet to threat, a term coined by 3 Black women professors, right? That I'll put in the description. Going from pet to threat in the workplace, going from people like essentially patting you on your head to being a threat where they throw the daggers at you. Experiencing that, experiencing sexual harassment at the same time, we are dealing with it from multiple angles. And so that makes our experiences so much worse, often. So much more traumatic, so much more troubling, so much more difficult to heal from. Because it's, again, it's multi-layered. It's intertwined. And it's not right. It's not right. So if you are a survivor of sexual harassment in the workplace, know that my heart is with you. Know that you're not alone. Know that unfortunately, this issue exists in so many workplaces for so many Black women who have experienced this. You deserve better. And if you're still experiencing this, there are actions that you can take, and I'll link that description that Jackie, or the video that Jackie did with Dr. Kamani yesterday in the description. But there are, there are tools available to you. But ultimately, your well-being comes first. You are a whole person, and you deserve to be treated as a whole person, no matter where you are, no matter what environment you step foot into. You are valued, you are treasured, and you deserve to be treated as such by whoever you come into contact with on this earth. So, just want to wrap this up and just say, sexual harassment in the workplace is real, and you deserve better. Feel free to, if you want to share, absolutely no pressure to do so. Please don't, if you don't feel comfortable to share in the comments. But if you like this video, please like it, and please subscribe to my channel to see future videos. And I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. Great job.